This is a battle in the New Era tournament between Holy Father of Agartha, also known as Baylor of Agartha, one of the top players from Rome 2, commanding the Weströmisches Reich, and V.O.D. duxSaxonum BxBaracus commanding Ostgoths. So the Western Roman Empire and the Ostrogoths. It's Schlacht von Ebenen. Now let's have a look at the armies before they go head to head here. For Baracus and the Goths, we have a Gothic general, very tanky cavalry unit with 2 bronze chevrons. He has Gothic warbands, Gothic warband, 2 Gothic warband, and a Thracian warrior in the center. Up front he has 4 Gothic Palatina defectors. Now all of these Gothic cavalry units have a very, very high charge bonus. We're at 87 for the Thracians, 57 for the warband, and 37 for the Gothic Palatina defector. So all of these units are very good on the charge, but they do have that in common that they are fairly fragile, especially to cavalry, which is true of course for all infantry, but also they are also vulnerable to missile fire. And for his cavalry he has 1 triple bronze Germanic horse, then he has 2 silver Germanic horse, 2 double bronze Germanic horse, actually triple bronze, so just a mess of different upgrades here. And then he has 4 Germanic archers. For the Western Roman Empire and Holy Father of Agartha, we have 2 Western Auxilia Palatina up front. They are backed up by, let's see, Armigeri, 6 Armigeri Defensores. He has a Fondatore on each flank, supported by 3 Ballistari. He has a Herculiani Signore in the back, together with his Palatina guards. And he has 5 Scole Palatinae Vanilla. So in terms of an early assessment of the capabilities of these armies, the Gothic army wins on the charge against the infantry, it wins against the cavalry. It has the the stronger range component, not in terms of straight up killing power, but in terms of being able to pour fire into the Ballistari and pulling away. So Baracus has all the advantages in terms of builds in this battle, I think. I wouldn't give a single advantage to Holy Father, and he also uses a loose formation on his Ballistari, which is not a good idea. It's much better to do what Baracus is doing here and just spread out your skirmishers in a thin line. If you've seen the video I've made on this, you know why. These Fondatores are rushing in, but they need to get really close to get in range to fire at the Germanic archers, and the Germanic archers are going to be able to lose quite a few volleys on the Fondatores before the Fondatores make it. But the Fondatores did connect with a few shots there, not a whole lot. Just let me pause here, because you can kind of see why, square formation, why spaghetti lines are more effective than loose formation. Look at the spread on these arrows here, and look at how many men they're going to be hitting if you're in loose formation, and how few they're going to be hitting if you're in spaghetti. So that's it. These Fondatores, they're just getting absolutely destroyed by the Germanic archers. This might be intentional for Holy Father, that he wants to make the Germanic archers waste their ammunition on the cheaper Fondatores, which kind of makes sense. Now he's going to go into loose formation with his Fondatores, and loose formation, if you go into loose formation, you lose. Just taking so much damage on the Fondatores, but they are they are the cheapest target, and Baracus has lost a significant amount of ammunition on his Germanic archers here, just firing at these low value targets and not firing at the Ballistari, but now he's firing at the Ballistari. He has quite enough ammunition left to deal with the Ballistari, and there are no threats on the field for the Ostrogoths here, but I'm just kind of in disbelief at what I'm seeing here, because these infantry units are so far away from cavalry support. I mean, they were wide open for a frontal cavalry charge by the Goths, but it looks like Holy Father is going to shorten the gap here. Flaming arrows incoming, falling a bit indiscriminately here. It would probably be a good idea to just focus on the cavalry. Just focus on the Scola Palatina with the archers. Here comes the first cavalry engagement. The Germanic horse should do very well against Scola Palatina, especially when they're upgraded. Palatina crashing in here, but sort of getting stopped. Armigeri gets stopped, and the Scola gets stopped. Over here we have the Armigeri. They're going to get absolutely destroyed here by... this is a Gothic Palatina defector. Frontal cavalry charge, nope. Decides against it, turns around, eats a mass of crossbow fire. And over here as well, so much friendly firing being done. But the Romans are getting the worst of it. They are surrounded. Over here as well we have the Gothic general in the blob. It's just a ridiculous amount of friendly fire being done here by both sides. But I think the Goths are definitely getting the best of these engagements, because the Gothic infantry, the Gothic cavalry is just better in every single way. So one Germanic horse died. We have Palatina about to die here. This Germanic horse is free. In the infantry fight, it's no contest. The Gothic infantry is going to eat the Roman infantry alive. Armigeri Defensores just took a charge here. Now they're getting charged by Palatina defectors. They're going to get destroyed by the Palatina defectors, while the Germanic horse swing around, getting into the Ballistari and into the Armigeri Defensores. All over the battlefield there are Western Roman units routing, wavering, losing their combats. So at this point, this is close to unwinnable here for Holy Father. He does have a few unengaged cavalry units. I do not know what they are waiting for. But then the Gothic general has taken a lot of damage. But the Roman general is about to go down. The Ballistari about to get wrecked. And I don't see what Rome is supposed to do at this point. From the start, actually, couldn't. The Western Roman Empire is a very it's one of the weaker factions, not the weakest, but one of the weaker factions. They just kind of compete with the Germanic factions like the Goths. The Goths have the only thing that the Romans are better at than the Goths is taking missile fire and doing damage rapidly with Ballistari and elite Ballistari. But that advantage is easily negated by units like the super cheap Germanic archers. For the price of one Ballistari, you're getting 2 Germanic archers, and they are going to destroy that Ballistari unit. Just the range is just too real on these units. The Ballistari cannot get into range. Here we have a Ballistari unit firing into the backs of the Gothic Palatina defectors. Palatina defectors do not like missile fire. They have a very poor missile block chance. Here we have noble Germanic swords rushing in. But they're probably, if they continue to run like this, they're going to get destroyed fairly easily. In the blob here, the Funitores are desperately charging in. The Scola Palatina just no kills. whatsoever. I think those were the units that were kind of waiting around over here. The Roman general is still alive, but he won't be for long. He might be in Chain Route City very soon when these units here are out and the blobs finish up. Yep, it looks like it's going to be shattering time because of army losses.
The enemy are losing their advantage.
So I don't think there was much that the Romans and Holy Father could do in this battle, to be honest. I mean, look at the performance of the Roman infantry. We have one elite unit getting over 100 kills, and for the Goths we just have 1, 2, 3, 4 units getting over 100 kills. And if we compare the cavalry here, it's just no contest, really. Everything from the Goths do better than everything from the Romans. That's going to be a very difficult advantage to do something about, but still, Baracus played well. Good game to both players. Congratulations to Baracus for advancing. Strength and honor.